All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our meetings always start as soon as YouTube is ready for our meetings to start, so we are ruled by the YouTube viewers. My name's Gordon McFarlane. I'm the Chief Administrative Officer for the City of Summerside, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you all here tonight to this night of celebration as we swear in our new mayor and councillors. I was going to say we're off to a 4-year adventure, but I guess as we've just witnessed with our previous Mayor Stewart, you never know, this may turn into a 35-year adventure. So on behalf of all of our staff at the City of Summerside, I want to welcome you all here. Tonight is really a celebration of the democratic process. It's a celebration of our community, and it's really a celebration not only for our incoming councillors, but for all of our family and friends here. It's great to see children and grandchildren of our new councillors. What these folks are about to, the role and the process in the next 4 years, it's going to be taxing on families. The time commitment is large, and it's really a commitment that the whole family makes. So it's great for us, and it's great for our newly elected mayor and council to have all their family and friends here this evening. With that, I would like to get the show on the road, really, and call on our Chief of Police, Sinclair Walker, and he is going to do the formal announcement of our newly elected mayor and council.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, up first is Ward 1, St. Helens Bayview, Bruce MacDougall. Ward 3, Summerside North, Barb Ramsay. Ward 4, Clifton Market, Cory Snow. Ward 5, Hillcrest, Platte River, Barbara Gallant. Ward 6, Center East, Downtown, Norma McColeman. Ward 7, Green Shore, Three Oaks, Rick Morrison. Ward 8, Wilmot, Carrie Adams. And finally, Mayor, City of Summerside, Mr. Dan Kutcher. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your new mayor and council. I forgot one of the most important people here, the Honorable Nancy Key.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know I was emceeing, but first of all, I did fail to mention that Councillor Justin Drawn for Ward 2 is ill tonight and is not able to attend. And I know he was very disappointed about that, but he is watching online, and I think he is going to hopefully bring greetings over the phone here a little later in the evening. Now I would like to call on Claire Sharp for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us commend. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. I should have worn my heels tonight. With time and space, within different beliefs and understandings, There are moments when we are invited to pause and to seek wisdom, to truly listen, to open our hearts and our minds and be willing to be part of the sacredness of transformation. We come this evening to pause for such a moment. We are present with hope in our hearts as we bless the new mayor and all the councilors who have answered the call and were selected to be in a place of leadership for all the residents of the city of Summerside. We also come recognizing the amazing work of those leaving the council chamber and thank them for their diligence, their courage, and their faith-filled servanthood within and beyond these walls. Let us pray. Creator God, we gather in the hope, peace, joy, and love of the season. We ask your Spirit to surround us, and within the spirit of wisdom, we seek discernment, a willingness to listen, and a courage to respond in helpful ways. We hold in prayer those taking on the call of leadership. Bless them. Give them the openness of mind, the compassion of heart, and the strength to be truly present. This is a new day, a new journey, and a new vision. Within all of this, help them to see the fullness of the opportunities presented and embrace the opportunity to build strong, working relationships. We pray all this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Gwe, Jalasi, Ndeluisi Julie. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Julie. I am Mi'kmaq and I reside in this beautiful unceded territory known as Mi'kmaqi, and I would like to welcome all of you in peace and friendship. I want to thank the Creator, the one who has created everything and has given us the 4 gifts that we carry with us every day: the fire, the water, the earth, and the wind. We were also given the 7 sacred teachings that the grandfathers carry, and the grandmothers are walking there beside them, carrying love, truth, respect, wisdom, humility, honesty, and bravery. We carry these teachings with us every second of the day. We thank our ancestors, who we honor, the past that they have now given to us because they could not finish their path. So they gave it to us, and we will now walk with it. As they stand beside us here in the present to walk with us, as we hear their life's teachings and responsibilities, we in turn give it to our youth, our next generation, the young ones coming up. We thank our grandmothers and our grandfathers for being there, sitting with us everywhere we go, guiding us and protecting us and being there for support. Thank you to all of you for being here today in this wonderful event. Edesu, midawajich, migadedesit, compt enfant important, every child matters. So much for having me, everyone.
And now I'd like to ask the Honorable Nancy Key to come forward and to do the oaths of office.
Thank you so much. It's like coming home when I cross, as Peter Pope used to call it, the border into Summerside. It truly is nice to be home. And when my colleagues asked me about coming up here, I said as much, that it's like being home, and started recounting Councillor Snow coaching my son in hockey, Councillor Doiron spending 6 years on the band at Summerside Intermediate and Three Oaks with 2 of my children, Barb Ramsay's girls who grew up with my daughter, Barb, who I've known for 157 years, Bruce MacDougall's even older, but it's been a long time. Norma McColeman, who was in Zonta with me about 35 years ago for about 20 years. Councillor Adams is just a rock star because nobody ran against her. And Mr. Morrison, your father and your grandfather both sat in these hallowed chambers. I can only assume George Key was with one of them at some point. So when I say it's like coming home, it truly is. All right, so let's get started. Ward 1, I'll leave the mayor till the last. Mr. MacDougall. We do, look, there's a pet.
I, Bruce MacDougall of Summerside, Prince County, do hereby solemnly swear, affirm that I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of Councillor of the City of Summerside, to which I have been elected, and that I shall diligently, faithfully, and impartially, and to the best of my ability, perform the duties of office and abide by the Municipal Government Act and all other acts, regulations, and bylaws applicable to the City of Summerside for as long as I hold said office. I think I have that memorized.
Barb Ramsay.
I, Barb Ramsay of Summerside, Prince County, do hereby solemnly swear, affirm that I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of Councillor of the City of Summerside, to which I have been elected, and that I shall diligently, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability perform the duties of office and abide by the Municipal Government Act and all other acts, regulations, and bylaws applicable to the City of Summerside for so long as I hold said office.
2 spots.
Snow of Summerside, Prince County, do hereby solemnly swear that I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of counselor for the city of Summerside, to which I have been elected. And I say that I shall diligently, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability perform the duties of office and abide by the Municipal Government Act and all other acts, regulations, and bylaws applicable to the city of Summerside for so long as I hold said office.
Councillor Barbara Gallant. Glasses good?
Yeah, 157 years old.
Look at yourself. Yes.
I, Barbara Gallant of Summerside, Prince County, do hereby solemnly swear, affirm that I am duly qualified as required by law of the office of counselor for the city of Summerside, to which I have been elected, and that I shall diligently, faithfully, and impartially, and to the best of my ability perform the duties of the office, and abide by the Municipal Government Act and all other acts, regulations, and bylaws, applications to the city of Summerside for as long as I hold office.
Oh, I'll hug you before you sign, all right? Okay. You guys will be very proud tonight. I know they're watching. Right there, please. Councilor McColeman. All right.
I, Norma McColeman of Summerside, Prince County, do hereby solemnly swear, affirm that I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of counselor for the city of Summerside, to which I have been elected, and that I shall diligently, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability perform the duties of office, and abide by the Municipal Government Act and all other acts, regulations, and bylaws applicable to the city of Summerside for so long as I hold said office.
Good girl. Said with determination. Right,
She means
I'll take that. You sign right there, please. Yes, please. Morrison. Mercer.
I, Rick Morrison of Summerside, Prince County, do hereby solemnly swear, affirm that I'm duly qualified as required by law for the office of counselor for the city of Summerside, to which I have been elected, and that I shall diligently, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability perform the duties of office and abide by the Municipal Government Act and all other acts, regulations, and bylaws applicable to the city of Summerside for as long as I hold said office.
Right. Right here. I'll take the Bible. The last time I appeared in this robe, and Mr. Kutcher was appearing before me, was 13 years ago, 12 or 13, when he was admitted to the Law Society of Prince Edward Island. So what goes around comes around. I don't know. I don't honestly know what to say. You didn't practice law very long. Maybe I scared you away. All right, if you don't mind.
I, Dan Kutcher of Summerside, Prince County, do hereby solemnly swear, affirm, that I am duly qualified as required by law for the office of mayor for the city of Summerside, to which I have been elected, and that I shall diligently, faithfully, impartially, and to the best of my ability, perform the duties of office, and abide by the Municipal Government Act and all other acts, regulations, and bylaws applicable to the city of Summerside, for so long as I hold said office.
Sit here, please. I'll take the Bible. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, your mayor and council.
And now I'd like to call on Summerside Kinsman Lifetime member Ray McCourt to present the chain of office to our new mayor, Dan Kutcher.
Thank you very much. I look around the room, I see a lot of familiar faces here for sure, and it gives me great honor to represent the Kinsman Club of Summerside this evening to present this prestigious chain of office to our new mayor, who was just recently sworn in there. Brief history and on the chain of office. This is the previous one that is hanging on the, as you come in the door. It's we do have a new chain of office that we will be presenting. The local Kinsman Club presented the chain of office to the town of Summerside Mayor Ernest Morrison at a special ceremony at the Summerside Curling Club back in 1962. The presentation was made by President Chester MacDonald of the Kinsman Club, and Neil McLeod was the master of ceremonies then. The chain, impressive in design, is made of gold plates and listed the former commissioners and mayors since 1877. At that time, it was valued at $750. So it's significantly different at this point now. That evening, the mayor, Morrison, had high praise for the Kinsman Club and what they had done in the community for the town and playground area. W.A. Curry, a former mayor of Summerside, who was instrumental in bringing Kinsman to the maritime provinces, and he never realized that how service clubs were important to the city and to the mayor. Another former mayor of the Kinsman Club was Henry Wedge, and at that time he stated he fully appreciated the great community service that all service clubs in the city of Summerside do. Back in 2019, the chain of office, previous election, all the names were taken up on the chain. So back in 2019, the Kinsman Club of Summerside took on the initiative to, again, continue the tradition of having the chain of office on behalf of our name and present it to the mayor. So at that time, we worked back in them days when we had the chain of office, we would have had 40 members. Now we're approximately 6. So service clubs do need your support, and it's great. It's very fulfilling to get out in the community, do things, and to have everybody take a look at joining and doing some little thing for their community. So Dan, I would like to call you forward, and it gives me great honor on behalf of the Kinsman Club of Summerside to present you this chain of office.
Is this mic on? Yeah. At this time, we're going to begin a meeting, and this is a meeting you're supposed to stay for. This is I'm going to call to order the 2022 to 2026 Summerside City Council inaugural meeting of December 5th at approximately 7:05 p.m. Would like the first official act as the duly sworn-in council, I'll need a motion to approve the agenda. Moved by Councillor Gallant, seconded by Councillor Morrison. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, the agenda will carry forward as is. We're doing well.
They're broken in.
I'd like to begin this meeting, as we'll begin all meetings, with an acknowledgement that we are gathering on land that is the traditional and unceded territory of the Abogway-Mi'kmaq First Nation. Land acknowledgement is an important step in the process of reconciliation and building a positive relationship with Indigenous peoples across this planet. And I'd like to add a planet that we all share a responsibility to protect for future generations. I'd also like to thank, on behalf of myself and council, everyone who has made this event possible here tonight. Chief Walker, Chief Edmund, thank you for starting us out. Ms. Sharp, thank you for your lovely rendition of our national anthem. Reverend Campbell, thank you for your kind and thoughtful words. Knowledge Keeper Julie, thank you for your voice and your guidance. We really appreciate that this evening. Justice Key, always a pleasure to be sitting up here with you down there. Things have changed. Thank you again for initially welcoming to the Bar Society of Prince Edward Island, but tonight for swearing me in as your next mayor. Ray McCourt, thank you very much to you and your service club, the Kinsmen, for this honor, for this recognition, this chain of command. As is traditional, the chain of command is only worn at moments of ceremony, but it is, as far as I understand, also worn for the duration of the first council meeting. So I will keep it on today. Also, thanks to our CAO, Gordon McFarland, and to all the city staff who make tonight possible and to make all of the things possible ultimately at the end of the day in our city. Keeping the lights on, the water flowing, the services running, and representing all of us and all of you so well. And lastly, thanks and welcome to all of you, members of the public, family, and friends of councilors, new councilors, returning councilors. It means a lot to all of us to have you here tonight. Pursuant to Part 5 of the procedural bylaw of the City of Summerside, I will be establishing the following standing committees. 1, a committee of the whole to which all councillors are appointed. 2nd, a finance committee. Chair, Councillor MacDougall. Also sitting, Councillor Adams as Vice Chair, Councillor McColeman. Planning Board Committee. Chair, Councillor Doiron, who cannot be here with us this evening. Councillor Snow as Vice, Councillor Ramsay. Further, I'm appointing the following. Councillor Gallant as representative of Municipal Services. Councillor Morrison as representative of Community Service and Tourism. Councillor McColeman as representative of Arts, Culture, and Diversity. Councillor MacDougall as representative of Finance. You don't need to write them all down, Councillor. I'll give you a list. Councillor Adams, representative of Governance, HR, and Communications. Councillor Doiron, representative of Technical Services. That appointment, I guess, would be subject to his swearing in. Councillor Ramsay, representative of Emergency Services. Councillor Snow, representative of Economic Development and Growth. I will serve as the representative for the Federation of PEI Municipalities. And lastly, I would like to appoint Councillor Snow as your new deputy mayor. The next stage tonight is some remarks, inaugural remarks from council. What we're going to do is give all the councillors a few minutes to say anything they wish to say, to thank anyone they wish to thank, and we'll proceed in numerical order of ward, beginning first with Councillor MacDougall.
Push the wrong button. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. And firstly, thank you, Your Worship. How does that sound?
Not bad.
And congratulations on your being named our new mayor, and look forward to working over the next 4 years with you. I also want to take the opportunity to congratulate my fellow councillors. I look forward to working with you over the next number of years, and hopefully Barb and I can get along. Congratulations to our new deputy mayor, Cory. And I want to say a big thank you to the residents of Ward 1 for once again putting their faith in me, and it's always, I take great pride in representing the residents of Ward 1 and the citizens of Summerside. This is my 33rd year on council, and each term seems to, I enjoy it. I still got that fire in my belly, and I recently retired, and being involved with the municipal governments across and fighting with Jamie Foxx every now and then, it gives you that kind of a, you want to get up and get at it again. But so I really appreciate your support, Jamie. And just in closing, I want to say a special thanks to my wife, Nancy, and to my family, especially Lee over here. He fields a lot of questions. People mistake us for each other, so he promises a lot of things that I can't. But anyway, other than that, thank you very much, and congratulations, everyone. I look forward to the next 4 years. Thank you.
As I mentioned, Councillor Doiron is not able to join us here this evening. He's online? Oh, he's online. What's that? Okay, he says good. Thank you, everybody. I'm joking.
So we can hear him.
Can he hear us? But we can't hear him. Can we hear him?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
Okay.
We can hear you.
Wonderful.
Should I begin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Your Worship. I certainly never would have imagined that this is how I would be spending my my swearing-in night, but I'm very disappointed, and I'm very frustrated that I'm not able to be there in person. I was kind of on the fence over the last couple hours, but knowing that City Hall may very well be packed with colleagues and members of the public, I just didn't want to expose anyone to anything that I may have that may be contagious. But I'm thankful for the technology that I'm able to be here virtually, and I can see on my screen here now that I'll soon be seated between the two Barbs.
I'm lucky.
A thorn between two roses. To the Honorable Nancy Key, I looked forward to once again being in your presence. I just hope that the next time that I actually am, that it's not in a courtroom. The message I have for residents, whether I'm there tonight or not, does not change. Leading up to and after the election, I had many mixed feelings about being acclaimed for a second term. Was it a sign of approval, or was it because nobody else was motivated enough to want the job? Maybe a bit of both, but as we've seen record lows across the province for municipal candidates. So To those of you who were in my corner and prepared to support me on election day, I can't thank you enough. And although it's kind of taboo to make promises, I do promise that I won't let you down. I'm looking forward to working with our new mayor and council for the next 4 years. I think we all have a lot of important priorities, and together we need to find a way to implement them and what we can without breaking the bank and increasing our debt. I know we have a fantastic team of directors and managers and staff to help make sure that happens. Over the last 4 years, a lot of exciting things have happened in Summerside, but we still have issues that remain. Some of those are infrastructure related, and some are wanted by the residents, and some are hidden underground that not a lot of people may even know about. And other things are more concentrated on the social side of things. So just thank you once again to my colleagues around chambers tonight, and to management and staff, and to residents across the city for putting their faith in this group of people here tonight. So thanks very much.
Councillor Ramsay.
Thank you, Your Worship. What an exciting evening it is. I'd like to welcome everyone here, Honorable Nancy Key, Honorable Jamie Fox, our Summerside City CAO, Gordon McFarlane, our Police Chief, Sinclair Walker, Fire Chief, Ron Enman, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends. I'd like to say a special welcome, if I could, to my daughters, Chelsea, Jamie, and their grandmother, Janet, my granddaughter, Brooklyn, and her friend, Riley. It means so much to have you all here tonight. Thank you for all your support over the last 4 years. And I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate our new mayor, Dan Kutcher, new councilors, Barbara Gallant and Rick Morrison. Congratulations to you and welcome to City Council. I look forward to working with all three of you. I would also like to congratulate our new deputy mayor, Cory Snow, Councillor Norma McColeman, Councillor Doiron, Bruce MacDougall, and Carrie Adams on your re-election. I look forward to working with each of you again this term. I really do. I'm going to have an exciting time. I would also like to recognize our previous mayor, Basil Stewart, councillors Greg Campbell and Brian McFeely for all of their hard work. Basil over the many years past, and Brian and Greg over the last 8 years. It was a pleasure to work with them, and the last 4 years have been very exciting. Mayor and council managed to get many projects completed, and I look forward to the same over the next 4 years. There's still so much work to be done, and I have complete confidence in this newly elected council to do just that. I'm excited to continue to work as chair of Fire Services, Police Services, and Emergency Services. Thank you, Mayor Dan, for that opportunity. I've worked hard over the last 4 years for those departments, and I really have some unfinished work that I'd like to see through. I'd like to thank the residents of Ward 3, Summerside North, for their continued support and the confidence that they have shown in me. I'd like to ensure them that I'll continue to work hard for them and to Summerside as a whole. Before I sit down, I really wanted to mention that tonight is the Christmas appeal on East Link. We have our own Ray McCord here from the Kinsmen, who works so hard every year, year after year after year, for this fundraiser. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful group of people. I went and did a little bit of singing this year, and I know the firefighters did some singing, and for some reason it didn't work out for City Council this year, and I was with all the changes. And so anyway, Council didn't get to sing, but there's many great singers on there. And when everybody goes home, if they could tune into Eastlink and just make a small donation, that's really going to help the children this year at Christmas time. So if you get a chance to do that, that would be wonderful. Again, thank you everybody for coming out this evening, and have a wonderful evening and a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Councillor Ramsay. Deputy Snow.
Thank you, Your Worship. And really, I'll start off with thanking you, Your Worship, for the appointment. That really means a lot to me. The last 4 years being on council has been absolutely amazing. I'm very much looking forward to the next 4 years, and thank you for your belief in me to sit in as your deputy mayor. Next, I'd just like to congratulate all my fellow councillors. It's a lot of hard work getting elected this year. It seemed a little bit easier for some of us as many of us got acclaimed, but as Councillor Doiron had alluded to, hopefully it was that people were happy with the work that was being done, and we're looking forward to continuing that, and I wish us all a lot of success because that means success for our city. Next, I'd really like to thank my family, my wife Colleen and my 2 kids, Braden and Brooklyn. They put up with a lot of me being out of the house and doing a lot. I'm a busy person as it is, and then to add this on top, it really means a lot to have their support. My good friend Harold Gallant, who has been my campaign manager and Saturday morning coffee buddy and everything else, it means a lot to have his support, and just always thank him for being beside me. And then to all my other friends and family members that support me in pretty much everything I do, and it always is good to have support of anybody, whether or not it's the members of your community or your fellow councillors or your family. Lastly, just to the residents of Ward 4, Clifton Market, in the city of Summerside, I will guarantee I'll work just as hard as I did the next 4 years as I did the last, and my commitment to the city is stronger than it's ever been, so I look to continue serving you. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Barbara Gallant.
Your Worship, fellow councillors, ladies and gentlemen, I am humbled and honored to serve you as the residents of Ward 5 and the city as a whole. I will give you my very best. To my family and friends, near and far, thank you so much for your love and support. I am truly blessed. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor McColeman.
Thank you, Your Worship, Mayor Dan Kutcher. I would like to turn my mic on. I would like to certainly acknowledge, as people already have, but the Honourable Nancy Key, many of our provincial members, thank you for being here this evening. I see a number of you in the gallery, certainly family and friends and everyone as far as the staff and everyone that has taken part from the departments to make this evening a very special ceremony for us. I would like to thank the residents first and foremost, all residents of the city of Summerside, simply because we would not be in these chambers if it were not for your belief and trust that you've placed in us to have this role, and it is a great honor. So thank you so much. The other thing that I want to point out, especially to those residents in Ward 6, thank you. It certainly means an awful lot to me, and I'm pretty excited about the new appointment of the portfolio that I will have with culture and diversity and the arts, and simply that will incorporate the downtown area, which is very near and dear to my heart, and I know, Mayor Dan, you know that. So it is something that I think it's very, very important for us as a new incoming council. The other thing that I was very touched by tonight was the fact that the history of when we are in these chambers, when I say it is an honor for us to be in here, I think of the fact of the 1877, the medal of the Mayor's Medal chain of office, as well as the Bible that we took our oath on tonight. That's from 1877, and former mayors and commissioners of all of our communities since amalgamation were part and parcel of that. So it gives us the opportunity but also the honor to know that we carry that mantle of leadership from the former mayors and commissioners that served in the chambers of former city halls and this one. The other thing that I want to say congratulations to is to all of my councillor colleagues. I would like to also welcome and thank Mayor Dan to be guiding us along the way, as well as Councillor Barbara Gallant and Councillor Rick Morrison. It's going to be a really good team, and I think that we will have a lot of skills and experience that we can work on together. It is certainly my hope that we will work in unity. I think if we don't have unity as a team, we're not going to be able to accomplish all of the goals that we have in mind individually. I also believe that it is certainly important that when we work as an elected council team, that it's going to guide the city of Summerside for the next 4 years. So the decisions that we do make will take a fair bit of deliberation. It will take a great deal of discussion and wisdom of working together in unity, because we all bring that collectively to the table. I know as a councillor since 2001 that there's a number of takeaway items that I've learned over the years, as well as some of my fellow councillors. I think it's really important for us to remember that we don't know all of the answers for the operation of all of the various city departments. There's no stupid questions. If we're not sure, it's extremely important for us to ask. We need to also remember that it is important for us to build a respect and an integrity that represents our residents, because our residents have put their trust, they've put their honor, and they have placed in each one of us that mantle of leadership. So they are watching. They may not always say so, but they are watching, and I think it's extremely important that we wear that mantle of leadership with a great deal of respect towards our residents. And finally, the other thing that I just wanted to point out is that we also need to remember that our city staff, of all of the many departments that we have, they carry a great deal of experience and credentials. And for us, we need to remember to hear what they have to say and remember that they carry a lot of experience that can help us in our deliberations and the decisions that are put on our shoulders. And finally, I would just like to just take a moment just to remember that for us, we don't have to have the perfect solution to every problem. It's very important that we don't react. We respond as we learn to the issues and the concerns that face our community and our residents. And in closing, I really look forward to working with everybody as colleagues. And in closing, I would like to thank all of our guests in the gallery tonight, our family, our friends, because if it's not for you carrying us a lot of the times when we're carrying loads, we would not be able to do this. So thank you, everyone. And I would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, to everybody here and our families and friends, as well as a Happy New Year. And let's hope there's no more COVID, Fiona, Doiron. Let's hope that we get a breather. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Morrison.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank everybody for coming tonight. It's nice to see everybody out. I'd like to congratulate Dan, the new mayor, and council. I really look forward to working with everybody and hope I don't disappoint too much, but it should be a lot of fun and be quite an education or a learning experience. And anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I really want to thank the people of Ward 7 and for coming out and voting, and I appreciate that. I'd like to thank my family, who I probably don't do that enough, but I appreciate that they're just about everybody's here tonight. It's nice to see them. My mom, she's a little more excited about it than I am, I think. But she's quite attached to the city, as I am too, and our family's been around here a little bit, so it's nice to be in a position maybe I can carry that forward. So anyway, my wife Nicole, she's an amazing person, and I'm so fortunate to have her and the kids. So and they're always very helpful and full of advice too. So I have some practice that of not getting along with people sometimes when they're, anyway. It'll be good. It'll be a lot of fun. So I've really enjoyed it. Thanks to my friends that are here and everybody else, and I look forward to it. And I look forward to working with JP, and it should be a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. And Councillor Adams.
Thank you, Your Worship. And I'd like to welcome everyone, especially the residents of Ward 8, who have supported me, and there's several here this evening, and I really appreciate you guys all being here. The Bruce and Lee thing, I get Bruce at council, I get Lee in Ward 8, so I completely understand the confusion. My mom and dad and Sean that are here this evening. Between illness and hockey practice, the rest of the gang's not here, but that's all right. I'm sure they'll check it out on YouTube later. And Nancy Key, thank you so much, Nancy, and don't believe everything that Derek tells you. He's in the back there taking it all in. Julie, thank you so much. Is she still here? Thank you for your message. We very much appreciate it. Chief Walkers and Enman, who were always a text away with the most ridiculous questions sometimes, but they entertain them anyways. Minister Fox, thank you. There's never a question that goes unanswered. And Claire, I expected to see this tiny little girl from my Western School Board days, so whenever you got up, I was quite surprised. Ray, always a pleasure, and as you said, the work you and your team do, and we do need more volunteers, and it's what makes us us, but for you, everything you do, it doesn't go unnoticed, and it's always a pleasure. And I guess I wanted to mention our staff that are here, former CAO Bob, who apparently can't get enough of us, and Doctors JP and Brian and Kristen and CAO Gordon, who are here. And last but not least, Sandra, you are amazing. Without Sandra Zarbi, I don't know the questions, and she keeps us all organized and tells us what we should be doing and when, so we thank you very much. I guess it's where does 4 years go? I said on the way over to Sean, like, hard to believe it was 4 years ago that we were doing this. And we were laughing because it was a chubby little boy who was sitting here who ditched me for hockey practice this time around. So, and last time it was by 5 votes. So it definitely, I wasn't sweating as much this time as I was last time. But again, then here I'm wondering, some days, did somebody know something I don't? Why didn't somebody else put their name in? But I think we all wonder that some days. We all, shake our heads or scratch our heads and wonder, what we're doing. But then we realize the good we can do and how the residents are so good to work with us, and that we're a very attainable council. And, between texting and messaging and phone calls or just a knock on the door, we're never far away. I'd like to thank your worship for the appointment. It means a lot, and it's a big one. I'm sure everybody in here is sick of hearing me talk about communication, so here we go. Now it's in the title, so it's great. The first time I ever met your worship, actually, he approached myself and my youngest and wanted to buy hockey tickets. And that was the first time that we had ever had a conversation, and that stuck with my son, and he was like, that was pretty cool, that guy that didn't know us, but he wanted to support the hockey team. So, and I think you have maybe brought about a little bit of the younger generation getting interested. And I seen, like, you know, there was even a Dan Kutcher Halloween costume out about in Ward 8. So, you know, you've done good when you're a Halloween costume. And I look forward to continuing to represent Ward 8 and all the residents. I mean, everybody reaches out from everywhere, and we all get that. And we're all a phone call away, and I feel Ward 8 is definitely Summerside's best kept secret. So I said, well, we'll just keep going. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Adams. I guess we stand, do we? I'm going to say a few remarks, make sure that's facing the right way, here as well tonight. Again, thank you for everyone who is joining us. I'd like to recognize, of course, Minister Fox, MLAs Lund, Altas, and Howard, and Senator Kutcher, who's related. Thank you, Council. Thank you, councillors. Your words this evening reinforce what I've already come to know. You're a smart, diverse, and determined collection of individuals from different walks of life with varied perspectives and valuable experience. You're connected to each other in this chamber by your common purpose to improve the lives of all of the people we share this beautiful city with. Councillors Gallant and Morrison, I know you will spend the first few months listening and learning, as will I. But remember, you bring new energy, ideas, and passion to City Hall. Embrace that. Let your fresh perspective be a force for change. Let your questions take us in new directions. To the rest of you, returning council, we do not start anew here today. We are building off of your hard work and your success. The foundation of our city is incredibly strong. It is testament to so many of the mayors and councillors who have come before us and the decisions that they have made. The strength of our foundation gives us the opportunity today to be aspirational, to hope for more and to do more. We can and we will, I am certain, do great things together. The legislated role of mayor is to preside over meetings of council, act as required by law, and provide leadership. In the exercise of these duties, a mayor sets expectations, tone, and standards for council. A mayor plays an important role in creating the atmosphere and space for spirited, respectful, intelligent, and useful discussion and debate. I'm looking forward to all of that. And to establish the framework, processes, and structure to enable you, as a whole city council, to succeed for everybody else. Council, I am humbled by your experience, energized by your commitment, and excited to see what you will do. On a personal note, I'd also like to thank my wife April, who is here this evening. Behind every politician, there is a family. We as politicians, whether in a campaign or in the business of governing, spend countless hours with neighbors and strangers, supporters, detractors, optimists, skeptics, listening, learning, reacting, and acting with and for others. But we always have to remember how important it is to do the same when we are home, where we must also do our best to balance the tasks, pleasures, ups and downs of our everyday life. April, I could not do that without you. I could not do this without you. Thanks also to my kids and my parents who are here this evening. I was always taught that hard work, family, and commitment to community is the foundation of a life well lived. kids. There are more in here. Being a mayor or a councillor or a minister or a senator doesn't make you special. Being a good person, a kind person with a helping hand that extends without judgment, being a person who listens, who takes the time, who questions, thinks, and makes decisions based on what is right and just, that is what makes you special. Thanks to the incredible team of people who believed in me in this election. They volunteered their time and their skills, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm humbled by your support and your confidence. Thank you also to the people of Summerside for this opportunity to serve you. I was honored by your support on November 7th, and you spoke clearly. I take the responsibility of this office very seriously. We are not here in City Hall for ourselves. We are here for our seniors. We're here for you and your friends and their parents and their grandparents and their children. We're here for the people we know, but mostly for the strangers we don't. We're here for the people we share this city with today and those that we will welcome with open arms and open minds tomorrow. We're here for people that are different than us, to make sure that they are welcome and comfortable, to make sure they can be themselves, to express themselves, and be proud to be different, because we all are. We are here for those who can't be, for those who won't, for those even who don't care what it is that we are doing here. That is the possibility of public service, the reason why politics, government, and its institutions and the people, the politicians and the staff that make them work can still be and must be a force for good, to do good for others. And there is lots to do. In the coming days, your city council will meet and discuss a whole bunch of different priorities. We will struggle and debate and discuss which are the most important and which are not. Those will be difficult decisions. We'll discuss where our city is heading and where it needs to be heading and how we're going to get there. We'll need engagement from you, the public. We will involve you more, drawing on your energy and your expertise. We need to find ways to connect with you better. We'll also begin our budget deliberations. Our core responsibilities as a city is to provide emergency services and infrastructure, the pipes, the sewers, the wires, and services to you, and at a cost that is efficient and accountable. Starting at our next committee meeting, we will begin to operate under a somewhat new structure, that as a committee of the whole, taking structural and procedural elements from each of the past mayor and councils, bringing them together in a way that will deliver, I hope, a bold vision for the city of Summerside. A future and a vision for the city of Summerside where we connect our waterfront and our water street in our downtown, where we grow in ways that retain and attract young people and their families, where we become even more welcoming, inclusive, and diverse community. A future with age-friendly design and programming that works for those of us who have brought us this far. With a growing commercial tax base and a thriving economy, balancing a mix of new business and also enabling our local entrepreneurs to start, grow, and create prosperity for all of us. A future for Summerside that continues to represent everyone in this city, especially those who have less of everything. Where we communicate better and are able to tell our story and celebrate our successes, past, present, and future. Where we keep stepping up to do more than our part to protect our natural world and our planet and prepare for the impacts of climate change. Where we influence other levels of government smartly, strategically, because we're going to need their help. We're not going to be able to pay for everything on our own. And a future in Summerside with more housing, all types of housing. Housing that is an urgent need for too many because they have none. Housing to create pathways to ownership and stable rentals, housing that meets the desires and aspirations of professionals we need to retain and attract, housing for our seniors who should never have to worry about losing a warm bed and a solid roof above their head. We will begin with the establishment of a Mayor's Task Force Committee on Attainable Housing within the next 100 days. Having spoken to all of our councillors, I know so many returning councillors have been working diligently and hard for a long time on this file and have been taking real action to deliver real results in our city, and they should be recognized and applauded for all of the work they have done. Transformational change won't be easy. It takes time, so be patient with all of us. Some things won't work and some things won't work as we initially hope. There will always be trade-offs and other realities and pressures and influences beyond our control that impact what we can get done, when we can get them done, and how we get things done. But nothing can stop us, nothing can stop this council from being bold. Nothing can stop us from pursuing our highest aspirations for this city. Nothing can hold back our hope and optimism for the future of this city that we all love. I can't wait to get started to work with all of you. We will do great things together. Thank you, good night, Merry Christmas, and Happy Holidays. The meeting is now adjourned.